Should be here. Are we all here?
Yes, we are.
Very
Thank you for
nice.
all of you who are joining us. Stay put because this is a video you do not want to show. Apple is there. You are. Hi, Commander.
Hello, hello, team.
Hello,
Hello.
hello. Where is our Captain Maria? Is she in?
She is now.
Yay!
Guys.
Ta-da.
Awesome. So now, Ashton, well, thank you so much for all of you who are here. My camera is having technical difficulties, but it's okay. I am here. We are going to be broadcasting what's happening with Apple today, and it's a major, major event. And Ashton, our commander, is going to tell us what's going to happen in the market. We're going to show you. If you don't know what's going on, this is the live. So if you can share your screen, Commander, and show us what's happening after this, stay put because we are going to show you what's happening in the stock market and how this is going to affect. Now, to all of you, you're thinking about buying this iPhone, be smart. Buy the stock first. Make money with the stock and buy plenty of iPhones, the Apple Watches, buy everything that's coming, but be clever, be the savage one. I know you don't want to be with your parents forever in their basement, so buy Apple stock.
Yeah, absolutely. All
Very
right.
and
true, guys.
yeah, and
You know,
Captain
so many
Maria,
of us,
yeah.
so many
And
of us own iPhones and other phones, but do we actually invest in the company stock? And it's so important that if we're buying products from a company, that we actually hold the stock from the company as well, so that we benefit from it in the long run. And Apple stock pays you dividends, so it's a win-win.
Absolutely. Um, Hang on, guys. I think we're having some technical difficulties here.
We are.
hi, Ileana. There we go. How do I go about buying Apple stock? So, Ileana, you are the first one. So, go to swattrading.com. The website is on our comment
Mhm.
and sign up for your free week. And we are going to walk you through the process. You are a
Good.
savage one. That's amazing. So, whatever you need, we're going to be there with you throughout the process. And thank you for joining us.
Let's see. All right, so let's kind of do a little double take here. See, I'm gonna actually put the link to the live event, okay, in the comments so everyone can see. So that's the first line of business. Secondly, I know I can't share a screen, but actually can talk. So I guess we're going to do that, right? Apple launched an event today, pretty much surrounding their iWatch Series 6. This is their new, I would say, line of products. They actually had a couple of other products where they launched some of the most beautifully, like, aesthetically beautiful, fully recyclable parts, and I would say just upgraded technology. It's 20% faster than the previous model, which was unbelievable. You don't really get that kind of an upgrade. And I actually was expecting the price to be a lot higher, and it's not. It's actually pretty affordable. They actually came out with an even more affordable version of it. And I was actually surprised at that too, because in the past, Apple, they have a tendency to create the market, if you will, where they feel like they make the best products and they feel like they have, the most powerful branding and marketing and, just the most effective team to pull people into their ecosystem and their universe and pretty much at whatever cost. People will do whatever it takes to kind of get their hands on those products, and they are great. So this was a highly anticipated event. I am looking at the market right now. We've been kind of hanging out with the stock market all day, and it did have a really big open, which is really awesome. But it really hasn't moved much from the day. Apple is expected to. It did kind of run up early on. Overall, it kind of has kind of maintained its upward. I guess, movement for the day. Nothing really like wild or dramatic, which is I would say actually pretty fine. Our demo account that we show in our live session every day at SWATtrading.com, we actually feature an account that holds a lot of shares of Apple. And I feel very, very confident about that holding as well. I feel like if we're holding shares of Apple, I feel like you should be holding shares of Apple too. Um, One thing that actually is missing, I know this event pretty much talked about the iPhone Series 6, iWatch Series 6, and some of the other different services, all the new features that are featured on that device, and I think their iPad too. The event is actually still going, so you actually want to get onto that link and kind of finish out the event. But I feel like the one thing that is missing is the iPhone 12. And they have stated that they are featuring that in a later event in October. So I feel like we're going to be doing this again in October to kind of usher in that event as well. They kind of had some delays, obviously, due to the pandemic, and all of the delays in their chain, custody chain, and all of their kind of like supply chain and how they get their products in order to make their devices. So it's actually pretty good that they were actually able to feature such an event in a virtual way where everyone can see it. There were almost 2 million people that actually watched the event. It's probably more than that now. Highly, highly anticipated. And I'm actually surprised to see that the stock actually performed. I would say modest. It kind of underwhelmed, but it's still overall pretty good showing. So what do you think, Maria? You actually use Apple devices. What do you think?
I love Apple.
Yep.
Before you guys go in there, sorry, Ileana. So I have $1,000. What should I do with it? Well, congratulations, first of all, on having $1,000 that you can spare.
Right.
Because for all of you who are there, when it comes to investing, it's really good to start low. And you see a lucky day, Ileana, because next week, we're going to start and show how we're going to take $1,000 into the market and how we're going to make it grow. So, and then you have another question. What about buying other stocks? Of course. Commander Ash, he is live every single day from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. You go to SWATtrading.com, get your free week, give us a try, and then you're going to learn how to open your account, how to buy stocks, and most of all, do not miss the ability to buy stock Apple between today and tomorrow, because right now the price is super affordable. They just split it. So, and then what else you want to add, Commander and Captain?
Yes, I would say definitely. Apple is Apple. There's really no explanation for that. It's the most valuable company in the world, and it looks like they continue to have the ability to grow. I would say for someone who is just getting started investing, it pretty much is the way to go. You have the safety, you have the big cash balance sheet, no worries there. You have a strong leadership team, which was actually debuted somewhat in the event. That's taken care of, and you have a mature company that can still offer growth. So if you're just starting out, I wish I had this advice. You would really kind of want to take on a safer investment that can still grow, but then you can kind of experiment and paper trade with us on a more like virtual way or a demo account or practice account, and you can kind of experiment us with some of the more advanced strategies that we use at SWAT University. If I had that approach, I probably would have saved myself several thousands of dollars. When I started out. But we are happy. That's why we're here. We are the guide for you. We want you to be the hero. We want you to realize several thousands of dollars in profit, not lose it, right? And so we are here to help you break into the market and kind of make sure that you have a kind of like a smoother transition than some of us and some of our mutual friends have had. Just kind of trial and error, kind of experimenting on our own, right?
Very
so
true.
That so I would say maybe for that $1,000 you probably want to put like 700 or 700 in there and kind of keep 300 for some other opportunities. See, as far as other opportunities, I would say we actually scouted out a little stock called GP, Green Power Motors.
Yeah, that could be
This is
promising.
actually, yeah, this is actually a little electric vehicle maker out of Canada, but they have U.S. operations. Um, electric vehicles, obviously Tesla is like that leader, that solid industry market share, holder that everyone pretty much knows their brand. They know the face, they know the CEO. But I just have a feeling, even though they will lead the market, just like Ford made the first car, not everybody drives a Ford, on the road. There will be other vehicles that exist, and I feel like there will be increased competition coming forward here in the next year or two. And so it doesn't mean that they all can't coexist. It's just, I think, Tesla definitely has a lead on the market right now, and they're going to do what it takes to maintain that lead. But I would also look at some other names that could also participate in that sector as well. So that would be a great little name to kind of add in, and that's going to offer a little bit more growth. So you have Apple as the kind of like portfolio leader, safe approach, at $700. Then probably GP at just about $300, where you could do a 750 and 250. But you want to be overweight Apple because I really think, just from what I saw a little bit in the event, and then the still kind of like high anticipation of the iPhone 12. I really, that's going to be like one of the first devices to usher in the updated wireless network of 5G, which is rumored to be 100 times faster than what anyone is using now. I really think that that's going to be kind of like a life-changing event, just like the iPhone 4 was 10 years ago, changed the whole world. So,
Well, as the technologies are leading a lot of these things, Ashton, I don't know why I'm echoing on your screen.
don't worry, it sounds good. Don't worry about it. You're good.
So as the technology is changing, and as we buy various items for our households and for other means that we need, we have to remember that we are supporting these companies on the forefront with purchasing their products, but we could also support them in owning their stock and becoming shareholders of those companies that we support. So it's really important that we actually not just purchase the products, but also purchase shares in the company. And that's what you're doing when you're purchasing stocks.
Correct. Yes. Actually own the company. Yeah.
And we all get really excited about the amazing features of these different products that companies are offering, and that's wonderful because they're doing something that benefits the customers, us.
Correct.
But in return, we also want to support them in other ways, especially companies like Apple that has the financials to back up their products and the things that they're claiming are going to go out there and the price of their stock, right? Let's just consider the price of their stock. Ashton, what's the price of their stock right now?
Right, exactly. Apple is relaxing at about $116, almost $117 per share.
Which is lower, guys, than their split price. So this typically happens where the stock splits. They recently had a stock split, right? And then the price dropped, which is common for a lot of the stocks. And then it's expected to go back up. So rather than purchasing an iPhone right now, or a new iPhone or a new iWatch, you may want to consider purchasing the stock first and then invest into their product. Their product is still going to be a solid product. No doubt about that. I am totally team Apple, guys. So
yeah, I know. And you know what? I'm like the guy that's not team Apple, right?
I'm like, you get an iPhone before you get a Samsung, right? But at the same time, when the stock is low, it's the perfect time to buy the stock so that you could benefit from the growth and the additional increase in the stock value. And then you win on both sides. You win with the product that you purchase for the same price that you would purchase it today, and in the price of the stock. And maybe you can even use the increase in the stock value to purchase the product.
Absolutely. Yep. That's a smart way to go about it. That's very, very awesome, Captain Maria. Definitely. This event actually was really, really huge, and I'm like the guy that's actually not Team Apple right now. On the
You're
product
thinking of switching?
side, and even I was tuned in. Why? Right? Because of the investment side.
Are you
You're
able to
invested in the
show
company. You
us? Are
actually
you able
want to
to?
see what they're doing, and I thought it was a great event. Honestly.
Yeah. Um, Commander, also, are you able to show us a little bit of what's happening on the price in the stock market? Or maybe I think they're still live. So to all of you who are just tuning in, Apple announced the new products today. They did it live on YouTube with millions of people connecting, and everything that happens when, especially with Apple, like he's saying, Apple is Apple, and this is the apple you want to bite. In fact, you want to eat it all. You want to make sure you get the stock, you get the products. Now, if you guys, just recently, for instance, my daughter's school, we got a lot of donations. They got iPads for all of the students, right? You just spended all this money. Make sure the PDAs, buy some stocks, because the fundraising. If you guys can join our class for free, do it for 1 week, buy the stocks and let them sit in there, even if you don't want to learn anymore.
True.
It's, for instance, if you're taking your kids to Disney every day and you're saving money to go to Disney every day, buy Disney stock. If you're buying toys from your different stores that they public companies, you buy the stock, you make
Exactly.
money, and then you buy the toys, right?
That's great. Yeah, all that Tiffany's and Estee Lauder and all that stuff. Yeah, you want to they actually have stock tickers. They're actually real companies. They actually have stock tickers. You can buy them, and that way you get both sides. You enjoy the products and you enjoy the profits and the gains. The capital gains from the stock. Some of them even offer dividends. That's also going to be credited to your account as well, just for being a loyal stockholder. While you support the company. So that kind of circle of life kind of happens for you, and it's a smart move. It really, really is. More people need to, need to act in that manner. Absolutely.
And the Apple event is still happening, guys. So
Really? Right.
Let's try
Ashton
to
put the link.
broadcast it. It's still happening. You just have to share your screen.
Right. I feel like it's asking me to like refresh the screen. I'm not sure why. Hang on. Let me see.
I could try to share mine if you like.
Yeah, please. Yeah, yeah. Go right ahead. That would work out much better. Okay. Yeah, maybe we can.
So, can you guys see it?
Do it live. Yeah, it's there. Add the screen.
Oh, looks like it might have just ended, guys.
Oh wow. Okay.
We just called the tail end of it.
That's okay.
All right. So let me stop sharing that then.
Yeah, but I mean, they always because they actually have the 2019 and 2018 one. They'll turn it into an actual YouTube link, an actual YouTube video that can be replayed
Right.
over and over and over again. Right. I just think the live event was so highly anticipated. That people were like, "Where's the link?" or "How do I watch? How do I watch?" So I think it might even just be the same link, which is really awesome. But you definitely want to, if you missed it, you definitely want to tune in. From what I saw, obviously a lot of it, I mean, this is the most valuable company in the world that we're talking about. A lot of it that has to do with their marketing, even their film, and just their production. I mean, yikes! It was a really, really, it was a really cool event and a way to get captivated and excited about their new products and their new services. So
and some of the testimonials about the Series 6 watch were amazing as well. I mean,
Yeah.
it's helping so many people with diabetes and some of the other problems. It was amazing.
Right. And so for people, I mean, people who don't know, my prior career before I started my business, was in the medical field. I was a medical laboratory technician for the Army, which is government for 8 years. And then I worked on the private side for 8 years. I know, stats, that are just crazy. Like 300,000 people die from, a heart disease or, like cardiac arrest, per year. Like it was wrapped into my kind of like, lifesaver training, for CPR, right?
Right.
My dad was type 2, my best friend is type 1, diabetes, right? Like these are health problems that people have kind of like more than, obviously Americans would like to have. All of us, are trying to get better at incorporating this in our lifestyle. And it just seems like Apple is so on top of that. It looks like they are definitely trying to get people more active, more fit, um, tracking your numbers, right? Like there's no real excuse anymore to kind of say, hey, I didn't know my levels were low, or hey, I didn't know my heart rate was too high. Or, I didn't know, that my oxygen level kind of fell below, 75% or whatever it is, and that it was getting hard to breathe, and that I needed attention, medical attention. I've never seen anything like this in my whole life. It's just super sophisticated that you just have it on like your wrist. It's unbelievable. Like I'm blown away, honestly, from multiple angles, from like
And
the
this
investment
is
angle and the medical angle and like the technology angle. I don't even know how they did this. It was phenomenal.
and to keep it clear,
Yeah.
we are listening to a non-Apple.
Yeah, like I don't even.
I always say to my friends,
Yes,
yeah,
yes. Let's
like
reiterate.
I
I do
have
not, and I've been a staunch
yeah, yeah. I
non-Apple
do not speak Apple.
person.
Like I do not speak Apple.
Yes, I've
So
been a
Maria, the
staunch
event is not
non-Apple
on.
person for about 7 years. My last Apple device was 5S. Ugh, so outdated. Yeah, but I went to the dark side. But I might be coming back. Yeah, I mean, they make the best products for that reason. They really do. So
And
we're
you
excited
want to
about
support
that.
and you want to support companies that actually advance in innovation and can back up their developments and R&D with financials. So
Oh, definitely.
when
Yeah.
The
I
event
think
is
about our conversations and our kind of live training when it came to Tesla, and we
Hmm.
looked at a lot of their financials and how much the stock went up
Correct.
unsubstantiated. Apple just
Right.
had a much better rap sheet, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've had a lot of details on that. And in Tesla, I mean, Tesla's actually recovering. They have
It is.
an event they're of their own next week, in about 8 days here, called Battery Day. Right. So that's another popular name. It seems like these people, they've been actually more emboldened actually to buy more stock on the dip. Because of the way that it can perform. Um, there was a lot of bad news that kind of hit that stock in the last 2 weeks that kind of caused that 33% drop. They didn't get included in the S&P 500 like that was projected. They raised $5 billion. So it's not. I mean, it's not going to go to zero. But you just have to act like you can't have that be the way that you make $5 billion and be worth $400 billion, by just doing a cash offering. Eventually at some point, the car sales have to catch up, the product sales have to catch up, all of their energy operations and things like that. They have to at least support their market valuation or capitalization in some way, shape, or form. At least ballpark. Give us, let's start doing, instead of 5 billion per year, let's start doing, I don't know, 2 billion a quarter or something like it has to kind of increase, to a point where, people can say, okay, yes, it's overvalued. Yes, it's the best, it's the most expensive automaker in the world. They have great products, they have great cars.